Close your eyes for a moment. Think back to a time you tried to change something, your health, your mindset, your productivity. Maybe you went all in, the rigid plan, and maybe, like most of us, it didn't last. What if I told you that the secret to real, lasting change isn't a massive overhaul of your life? What if the problem wasn't your willpower? What if it was your approach? Something far simpler? It's the small, almost invisible upgrades you make every single day. The 1% shifts in how you think, move, and focus. The kind of progress that doesn't shout, it accumulates. Welcome to Mind and Speech channel. Today, we're diving into a modern take on a timeless idea introduced a century ago by a French psychologist named Émile Coué. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Simple, repetitive, almost too easy. No quick fixes, no toxic positivity, just a practical, science-backed framework to help you build a life that feels like it's moving forward, even on the messy days. Today, we're reclaiming that idea, not as a mantra, but as a methodology, backed by neuroscience, refined by modern psychology, stripped of cliches. This isn't about good vibes only. It's about micro shifts that compound into a life you don't need to escape from. In this video, you'll discover Section 1, The Invisible Edge, Small Steps, Big Transformation. Section 2, The Daily Architecture. Section 3, Tracking Progress Without Obsessing, Tracking the Unseen. Section 4, The Plateau, When Progress Goes Silent. Section 5, The Antidote to Toxic Positivity, Beyond Good Vibes Only. And Section 6, Your Life as a Beta Version, The Beauty of Being Unfinished. So let's begin. Section 1, The Invisible Edge, Small Steps, Big Transformation. We live in a world obsessed with overnight success. Viral moments, 30-day transformations. But is it real growth? It's quieter than that. It's the 5 minutes you spend meditating today, even when your mind races. It's choosing water over soda, just this once. It's the single page you read before bed. Research shows that tiny, consistent actions create compound growth. Think of your brain like a path in a forest. The more you walk a route, say, reacting calmly under stress, the deeper that neural path gets. Soon, it's your default. Your challenge this week? Pick one micro habit. Something so small it's almost laughable, because laughably easy is how you build unstoppable momentum. In 2003, British cycling was a joke, a century of mediocrity. Their bikes were clunky, their training outdated. Then they hired an obsessive detailist named Dave Brailsford. His philosophy? Aggressive marginal gains. Brailsford didn't demand giant leaps. He hunted for 1% improvements in everything. The obvious, aerodynamic helmets, lighter tires. The unseen, painting floors white to spot dust, preventing bike damage. The absurd, teaching riders to wash hands like surgeons, cutting colds by 60%. Brailsford achieved more than fantastic results. In 2015, the British cycling team dominated the Tour de France. 6 Tour de France wins in 7 years. Their secret? Aggressive, marginal gains. Not huge leaps, 1% improvements everywhere. Smoother bike seats, better sleep hygiene, even hand washing to avoid colds. Here's why this matters to you. Your life operates the same way. Your brain and body operate on the same principle. What is the neuroscience of micro wins? Every time you choose a salad over fries, or choose water over soda, or pause before reacting angrily, or write one sentence of that book, you're literally sculpting your brain. You're not just being good, you're physically reshaping your brain. UCLA's neuroimaging studies show repetitive actions thicken the myelin sheath, a fatty layer that makes neural pathways faster and stronger. Think of it like trailblazing in a forest. The first time you resist checking Instagram while working, you're hacking through bushes. The 10th time, you're walking a faint path. The 100th. It's a paved highway. Your brain defaults to focus. Motivation is a liar. What is the myth of motivation? We've been sold a myth that you need motivation to start. Motivation is a result, not a prerequisite. Stanford behavior scientist B.J. Fogg's research flips this. Motivation isn't the spark, it's the bonfire that builds after you take action. His tiny habits method proves. Floss 1 tooth. Soon you're flossing all. Do 2 push-ups, often leads to 10. Why? Because starting is the mental hurdle. Once in motion, you leverage Newton's first law. Objects in motion stay in motion. Your move. Pick one domino habit, a tiny action that triggers others. Not a goal, not a resolution. A tiny trigger that sets off a chain reaction. Example 1. Place your journal on your pillow each morning. At night it's there, begging for 5 sentences. Example 2. Fill a water bottle before bed. Wake up to hydration waiting. Example 3. Place your running shoes by the bed. Not to run, just to see them. Let your brain connect the dots. The secret? Make the next right action so easy, it's harder not to do it. Section 2. The daily architecture. Consider this scenario. Picture 2 people waking up at 6 a.m. One stumbles to the kitchen, chugs coffee, and scrolls through emails, already exhausted by 7. The other lights a candle, savors her coffee while journaling 1 sentence, then does 30 seconds of sun salutations. Same time, same circumstances, radically different days. The difference? Rituals over routines. Your days are built on rituals, not routines. Rituals are intentional. Routines are autopilot. Here's how to design them. Routines are automatic. Brushing your teeth, commuting the same route. But rituals, they're sacred micro-moments, infused with intention. Neuroscience shows rituals activate the prefrontal cortex, signaling what I'm about to do matters. Today, we're architecting your day, not with rigid schedules, but with keystone rituals that ripple into everything else. Let's make this tangible. Your day is based on 3 pillars: mindset, body, and focus. We'll try to expand on these 3 pillars in detail to provide a deeper understanding of what we mean by micro-tasks and micro-shifts that lead to micro-wins to achieve your bigger goals. Just as small rivers lead to oceans. First, mindset, the 5-minute mental upgrade. Your brain is a meaning-making machine. Say, I have to work out, and it frames fitness as punishment. But whisper, I get to strengthen my body. Suddenly, it's a privilege. A 2019 Journal of Personality study found people who reframed chores as want-tos. For example, I want to clean because I love a calm space. Reported 32% less stress. Let's consider this. Pair affirmations with autopilot habits. While showering, I release what doesn't serve me. The steam literally washes the words into your subconscious. Brushing teeth. I speak with confidence today. The minty freshness becomes a sensory anchor. The gratitude bridge. Before bed, ask, what did I get to do today? Not had to, but got to. This isn't positivity toxic, it's cognitive reappraisal, a clinical tool to rewire emotional responses. Second, body, non-negotiable foundations. Your body isn't a machine, it's an ecosystem, and these three pillars are its sunlight, water, and soil. 1. Hydration. A dehydrated brain shrinks, literally. Water plays a vital role in nearly every bodily function. According to research in the ACSM's Health and Fitness Journal, losing as little as 1 to 2% of your body's fluids can negatively affect mental performance, trigger headaches, and lead to increased tiredness. Ritualize it. Place a glass of water on your nightstand before bed. Wake up and drink it like a sacrament. 2. Sleep. Forget 8 hours. Focus on cycles, 90-minute increments. Use a phone app to wake at the end of a cycle. Grogginess vanishes. For example, spray lavender on your pillow. The scent triggers GABA, a neurochemical that slows racing thoughts. 3. Movement. Not exercise, but movement. For example, dance while scrambling eggs, endorphin release. This effect can enhance joy while dulling aches, a phenomenon frequently referred to as a runner's high. Do calf raises during toothbrushing. 2 minutes equals 100 reps per day. Why it works? A 2022 Nature study found incidental movement, not gym sessions, most correlated with longevity. And third, focus, the 2-minute rule. David Allen's book, Getting Things Done, reveals a key insight. Your brain isn't designed to store tasks. It's designed to do them. Unfinished tasks, no matter how small, create what psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect. Your mind obsessively replays them until completed. This drains focus like a phone running too many apps in the background. Allen's solution: the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Why? Because the mental energy spent tracking it often exceeds the energy to finish it. Completing these micro-tasks trains your brain to trust itself, creating what Allen calls a mind like water, calm, clear, and ready to focus. Here are some examples of the 2-minute rule in action. Email. Open it, reply immediately if short. Feel the visceral relief. Clutter. See a jacket on the floor? Hang it up now. Takes 8 seconds. Procrastination. Do you have to write a report? Type a sentence. Often, you'll keep going. According to neuroscience, completing micro-tasks releases dopamine, your brain's reward chemical. This creates a success spiral. Small wins spark motivation, and motivation fuels more wins, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of progress. These aren't tasks, they're votes for the person you're becoming. Section 3. Tracking progress without obsessing. Tracking the unseen. The problem with tracking, and why most people quit. We've all been there. You download a habit tracking app, color in day 1 with pride, then miss day 2. Suddenly, that blank square isn't just empty, it's accusing you. By day 4, you've deleted the app. Here's the truth. Traditional tracking fails because it's punitive. It turns progress into pass-fail grades when growth is more like a river, sometimes rushing, sometimes still, but always moving. Neuroscience shows self-judgment triggers the amygdala, your brain's threat detector, shutting down motivation. So let's reframe tracking as curiosity, not criticism. The better than yesterday method. In the evening, ask yourself, where did I upgrade today? Not, how did I fail? Not, did I check all the boxes? Maybe you bit your tongue instead of snapping. Maybe you drank water with lunch instead of soda. Maybe you sat in silence for 30 seconds before reaching for your phone. Why this works? Backward framing, assessing at day's end, eliminates the pressure of starting fresh. Non-scale victories train you to spot micro-shifts. A 2022 Journal of Positive Psychology study found this boosts self-trust 3 times faster than counting streaks. No zeros. Even on bad days, there's always one upgrade. Seinfeld's chain with a twist. In 2009, the comedian Jerry Seinfeld advised a young comic to use a simple method for consistent writing. Mark an X on a wall calendar each day you write a new joke. Don't break the chain of X's. Let the visual momentum motivate you. Why it works. Visual feedback turns abstract goals into tangible progress. Focus on daily action, not outcomes. Reduces overwhelm. Streak psychology leverages our brain's aversion to breaking patterns. Key insight. The strategy emphasizes consistency over intensity. Small daily efforts compound into mastery. No spreadsheets, no guilt, just awareness, because what's measured manages itself. Section 4. The plateau. When progress goes silent, the myth of linear growth. We've been sold a lie. Plateaus aren't failures, they're data. That progress should look like a straight line. But real growth, it's more like a stock market chart. Wild spikes, crushing dips, and long stretches where nothing seems to happen. Here's the secret. Plateaus aren't setbacks. They're your brain's way of hitting save on new skills. Growth feels invisible until it's undeniable. A 2018 Nature study tracked violinists at Berlin's elite music academy. The finding: those who plateaued longest eventually surpassed peers. Why? Their brains were silently hardwiring expertise during what looked like stagnation. A time lapse of ice forming on a lake. Surface still, but crystals expanding beneath. Like lifting weights, muscles grow during rest, not the gym. When stuck, zoom out. Compare yourself to you 6 months ago. Change one variable. Walk a new route. Read in a different chair. Novelty sparks neuroplasticity. Embrace strategic quitting. Not every habit deserves forever. Edit ruthlessly. Better doesn't mean busier. It might mean quitting the book you're forcing yourself to finish, or blocking off empty time to just think. Try this. Audit your energy. What drains you? What fuels you? Edit your life like a ruthless CEO. Cut the dead weight. Section 5. The antidote to toxic positivity. Beyond good vibes only. The problem with always be hustling. Modern self-help has sold us a dangerous myth that if we're not constantly doing more, we're failing. But real growth isn't about filling every second with productivity. It's about curating what deserves your energy and cutting the rest without guilt. A 2023 study in Harvard Business Review found that executives who practiced strategic quitting, dropping projects that no longer served them, were 42% more effective than those who powered through. This isn't laziness, it's precision living. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away marble, not to add, but to reveal. The 2-step energy audit. Step 1. Track your energy like a scientist. For 1 week, log drains. What left you exhausted, resentful, or numb? Example 1. That 3 p.m. meeting where nothing was decided. Example 2. Scrolling Instagram for 30 minutes and feeling worse. Fuel. What left you energized, inspired, or at peace? Example 1. A 20-minute walk in sunlight. Example 2. Deep work session with no interruptions. Step 2. The ruthless edit. At week's end, circle your top 3 drains. Eliminate one immediately. Delegate another. Reframe the third. Double down on your top 3 fuels. Schedule them like VIP appointments. You wouldn't keep drinking poison just because you're used to the taste. Why tolerate energy drains? The hell yes rule and its dark side. Derek Sivers' famous rule, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no, is revolutionary but incomplete. The upgrade. Hell yes equals do it with full presence. Meh equals automate, delegate, or eliminate. Hell no equals say no without explanation. But here's the twist. Sometimes the hell yes comes after you start. Exercise, writing, difficult conversations. So ask, is this a hell no or just resistance? Permission slips because adults need them too. Repeat after me. I'm allowed to rest before I'm exhausted. I'm allowed to quit things that shrink my soul. I'm allowed to define better on my terms. Stanford researchers call this strategic self-permission, a proven way to reduce burnout. Let's try this. Write your permission slip on a post-it. Stick it where you'll see it daily. For example, I don't have to earn rest. Why this works? According to neuroscience. 1. Decision fatigue. Every should drains willpower. Editing frees mental RAM. 2. Dopamine clarity. Focus on fuels equals more reward chemistry. 3. Vagus nerve. Reset. True rest, not guilt-ridden laziness, lowers inflammation. The art of enough. You are not a machine, you are a living ecosystem. Better isn't about adding, it's about subtracting until only the essential remains. So today, do less, but do it with your whole heart. This isn't anti-productivity, it's pro-sanity. Perfect for burned-out high achievers ready to trade hustle for harmony. Arianna Huffington, the moment everything changed. In 2007, Arianna Huffington, queen of the 24/7 media grind, collapsed at her desk. She woke up in a pool of her own blood, having passed out from exhaustion and hit her head. The diagnosis? Severe burnout. The prescription? Something radical for a woman who bragged about surviving on 4 hours of sleep. Her comeback wasn't about doing more. It was about quitting the cult of sleep deprivation. She banned overnight emails at HuffPost, proving productivity increases with 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I stopped wearing my burnout as a badge of honor, she later wrote. The third metric revolution redefined success beyond money power to include well-being, wisdom, and wonder. Launched Thrive Global to help others break the hustle addiction. Ruthless editing delegated 60% of meetings. Replaced late-night scrolling with a phone sleep sanctuary. No devices in bedroom. What is the lesson behind that? Your breakdown can be your breakthrough, but only if you stop glorifying the grind. This isn't just storytelling, it's behavioral design. The Arianna example transforms abstract self-care into a visceral, data-backed rebellion against burnout culture. Section 6. Your life as a beta version, the beauty of being unfinished, the draft mindset. Imagine if software developers waited for perfection before releasing anything. We'd have no smartphones, no internet, no life-saving apps. You are no different. Your life is a beta version, glitches included. That awkward phase, a patch update. That failure, a bug fix. That reinvention, just you, iterating. The science of growth mindset, pioneered by Stanford's Dr. Carol Dweck, shows that people who see themselves as works in progress experience significantly less stress than those fixated on being finished. Key findings from peer-reviewed research: 28% lower anxiety. A 2018 Journal of Personality and Social Psychology study found that participants who embraced unfinished identities had reduced perfectionism-related distress. Increased resilience. Carol Dweck's 2006 research demonstrated that growth mindset individuals view challenges as opportunities to evolve, not threats to their final selves. While the exact percentage may vary, the principle is robust. Self-acceptance of beta mode is scientifically linked to mental well-being. So breathe. You're not behind. You're in active development. The Micro-Shift Challenge. Your invitation, one tiny edit. Not an overhaul, not a new you. Just one keystroke in your life's code. Swap "I have to" into "I get to." Text someone "I appreciate you." No context needed. Eat one bite slower today. Taste it fully. That's it. The magic? These nano shifts compound into quiet revolutions. Why share your journey? Growth in isolation is a myth. The Journal of Experimental Psychology proved sharing progress, even anonymously, boosts follow-through by 64%. So if you're ready, comment one micro-shift you'll try. Tag someone who needs this. Hit subscribe, because the best updates are ahead. As Lin-Manuel Miranda reminds us, you're still the story. Still the story. Still the story. The world doesn't need another perfect person. It needs your beautifully imperfect, always evolving draft. Keep writing. Keep editing. Keep becoming. The world needs your unfinished, imperfect, in-progress self. Keep building. If this resonated, smash that subscribe button, because transformative ideas shouldn't be one-time downloads. Ring the bell. Your future self will thank you when our next update drops. Tell us below, what's your one tiny edit? This isn't goodbye. It's see you in the next video. Until then, keep editing, keep evolving. Thank you for listening.